Hello! Today the theme is history, and we are giving a history of something. And I'm going to be talking to you about Spider-Man, and also rambling about the way comic books serve as a historical resource and allow us to analyse political zeitgeist. Spider-Man, as a character, is 52 years old. Not Peter Parker, I mean the idea of Spider-Man. He first appeared in Amazing Fantasy issue 15, August 1952. Spider-Man was originally not popular. Stan Lee pitched the idea of the character, and the higher-ups at Marvel thought no one would like it because spiders are icky and gross. So he got shoved into this weird little failing comic. Amazing Fantasy was actually cancelled the next issue, and kind of vanished, but people liked him, and so he started to pop up in more and more stories, until finally getting his own comic, The Amazing Spider-Man. One of the most controversial things Marvel has ever done was actually killing Spider-Man back in 2012. Well, a bit. The Marvel Universe is very complex, and I don't fully understand it, so I'm not going to try and explain it to you in this short video. But essentially, in the comic Amazing Spider-Man, Peter Parker died, and the Spider-Man name was taken over by Miles Morales. In the Ultimate Spider-Man universe, Spider-Man is still Peter Parker. He goes to school with some of the X-Men. It's really good. Like, if you want to get into Spider-Man, read Ultimate Spider-Man, is my recommendation. And then over in Superior Spider-Man, Peter Parker is still alive, just trapped inside Doc Ock's dying body, and Dr. Octopus is in Peter Parker's body, walking around being Spider-Man. It is weird. One of the things I love about comics is analysing them from a kind of historical context. And one of the most interesting things about Spider-Man is the way that his origin story has changed. Back in the 50s, Spider-Man got his powers by being bitten by a radioactive spider. Back then, radiation was a fairly new science in the public eye, and few people actually understood what it meant. Radiation was a very popular superhero origin story, along with toxic waste. Peter Parker also built his own web shooters in the original comics as a demonstration of his technical genius, and also as a kind of response to the new synthetic materials which were popular at the time. Skip forward to the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies, and we'll find that Spider-Man's actually bitten by a genetically modified spider, and that the webbing comes out of his own skin, in response to new modern-day fears about genetic engineering and mutations caused by it. The difference here shows the kind of change in fears in human consciousness. Comics, I think, are a really interesting way to do this. If you look at early Captain America's, he's punching Hitler in the face because Hitler was seen as this ultimate evil. You didn't need to create new supervillains when there was one walking around in real life. And I think it's useful to criticise all media from this perspective. The villains and heroes that we create are reflective of our opinions as a population. Science fiction, fantasy and superheroes aren't created in a vacuum. They're created as part of a society by real people. And so it's completely valid to look at them and recognise within them what we feel as a people group. Thank you for listening. I kind of want to do a full video about this now. There's a link to my main channel in the description, which will be where it's put up if I actually get round to it. Okay, bye!